Before we learn today's lesson, please click like, the notification bell, and subscribe so you can share this with your friends. All right, so let's learn how we say go through in American English. I will also give you some example sentences today that you can listen and repeat. All right, let's say this word, go through. Past tense, went through. Go through means something you experience. Maybe you go through a difficult time, or the world is going through, COVID-19. The world is going through the situation, or maybe you're going through a job loss, or maybe you're going through the loss of someone you loved. Another thing you can use go through for is when you read through something. So I need to go through my email, right? Or I might say something like that. So that's the definition of go through. You experience something or you review, to review something. So let's listen and say some example sentences you might hear native speakers say. Are you ready? Listen and say, I need to go through my email. I need to go through my email. Good practice. Okay, another sentence. Listen and say, I need to go through my files. I need to go through my files. Good practice. So we say that when we're trying to review something or need to figure out something. Or we might say this sentence. Listen and say, I need to go through my English lesson. I need to go through my English lesson. Great, okay? Now let's use this in another situation where I go through a situation or an experience, right? Many of us had to go through a problem. So listen and say, past tense too. We're going to say past tense. Listen and say past tense. We went through a difficult time. We went through a difficult time. Okay, another example. Let's listen and say, I went through the drive-through. I went through the drive-through. Good. Okay, and the question to that is maybe you go to a restaurant and you say, did you go through the drive-through or did you go inside the restaurant? So let's practice that question. Listen and say, did you go through the drive-through? Did you go through the drive-through? Good. And that means to experience. That's the question we'll ask. And then the answer is, yes, I went through the drive-through. Okay, so those are the three different ways we use go through in American English. Again, go through, the first one is we review something. The next one is we experience something, like we went through a difficult time, a job loss, or maybe my children had to go through learning school online. So that's go through. And then the third one is kind of you experience something, but you're actually traveling through something. So when you go through a drive-through at a restaurant, you're traveling through something, okay? So let's listen and say the word one more time. Go through, went through. Okay, that's your phrasal verb lesson for today. Please watch these other videos to improve your English and click below in the description, read the description below, and you can get Phrase It for yourself and you can practice at home or online. Also, please type below your own sentence. I want to see your sentence. Use a sentence with go through, type in the comments your sentence, and I will correct your sentence in the comments. So say, I went through, or we go through. Finish that sentence, and I will help you with your English here on YouTube. I'll see you in a future lesson.